Hi, it's your girl, the Jackie Jackson from The Jackie Jackson Show, the place where you can be inspired, empowered, and educated. And we're always providing information of how you can be your best you. So, what is today's topic all about? Today's topic is about your prosperity. Now, you may say, Jackie, you're always talking about prosperity. You're always talking about how I could do something different with my life and how I could be fulfilling my purpose and my passion and making a profit. I stand wholeheartedly on that soapbox. You'll never hear another message from me, okay? So get used to it. So today's topic is how to experience your best life possible in your work by understanding the difference between your faith resume and your human resume. And you're like, what? Faith resume, human resume? I've never heard of anything like that. Well, I tell you, I'm about to share with you 10 specific differences between your faith resume and your human resume. And hopefully you can understand the difference between the two and create your faith resume so that you can begin to experience the prosperity in your life that you deserve. So what is your faith resume? Well, your faith resume is a list of all of the things that defines who you are, that defines making up your existence and your purpose and your passion. That is what your faith resume looks like. Your human resume is a list of all of the experiences and maybe the skills that you've learned along the way as you progressed in life. For example, you went to school at some point or you went to a training class. You're going to itemize those experiences and those skills on your human resume. So difference number one on your faith resume versus your human resume. All right, so difference number one, on your faith resume, you only list the things that you're good at, the things that you are actually naturally born to do. All right. And many of us know what the answer is to that question. Like, what are the things that you know how to do the best? The things that make you smile and light up like a light bulb, like a Christmas tree. That's the things that you list. On your human resume, however, you're listing in chronological order your skills that you developed over time that you acquired from learning whether in school, learning whether it's on another job, or learning just by general life experiences, right? So that's the difference between your faith resume and your human resume, and difference number one. All right. So difference number two between your human resume and your faith resume. On your human resume, you only list the skills that are relevant to the position that you're actually applying for, right? So your employer is only looking for a specific skill set that aligns with that position and the responsibilities that you're going to do. On your faith resume, however, no experience is necessary. At a drop of a dime, you can pick yourself up and perform. Why? Because the talents and the gifts have already been embedded in you from a higher power. You don't need any experience on your faith resume to actually perform. Whereas on your human resume, you have to prove that you are competent by listing the skills that you actually have learned along the way, and that make sure that those skills actually align with that position. It's very, very different. Make sure you're taking notes. Difference number three. On your faith resume, you're only listing non-perishable skills. Things that you can do forever, like a marathon, just running nonstop all the time, never fatigue because you love it. Non-perishable. You don't have to go back to school. You don't have to get a certificate. You don't need any validation. It is a non-perishable skill that's going to be with you for life. On your human resume, however, you always have to reassess your skills and continuously re-educate yourself to keep up with the changing standards of the world. So what does that mean to you? You may have to get some certification courses. You may have to go back to school, get a college degree of some sort. You're always going to have to one up yourself. And you always are going to have to stay abreast of the changes and the differences to keep yourself relevant so that you can be perceived as valuable to your employer. That's the difference on your human resume versus your faith resume. Number 4, difference between your faith resume and your human resume. So on your faith resume, what you're listing are skills, talents, and gifts that you are born with, that you are given, right? So that's just a small recap. But number 4 is only list the things that will pay you infinitely. That's one of the major differences that I love about what's on your faith resume versus your human resume. Difference number 4, your skill set there on your faith resume will pay you infinitely, all right? If used correctly, there is no limitations to how much money you can actually bring in and call into your life. Now, on your human resume, on the other hand, you're actually capped. You're capped. You have a ceiling of how much money you can make based on what value that employer has paid or thinks they want to pay for that position. Now, there's a major difference here. I hope you picked that up. On your faith resume, it is infinite, all right? Infinite abundance. There's no limitations whatsoever. It's left up to your imagination and your pursuit of utilizing those talents and those gifts. And on your human resume, all right, you are limited. You're capped. You have a maximum ceiling of how high you can go because the salary has already been determined without you because it's based off of the position. It has nothing to do with you. So whether you're a nice guy or a nice girl and people are patting you on the back all the time, that salary or that amount of money that you're going to make is dictated by the responsibilities of that position. Number 5. So on your faith resume, everything that you list there should bring you good success. Good success with absolutely no sorrow. All right. Earlier, I said that your faith resume has everything that you need and you can never take it away. It lists and itemizes your gifts and talents that can never be taken away or compromised by any person here on earth. You were born with them. And when you utilize them, they come with no sorrow, all right? No sorrow, only good success. So on your human resume, however, the skills and experiences that you list there, you actually got to shop it around, right? You got to match up those skills to the actual position. And you got to go interview. You got to go to house or job to job or company to company and actually talk to manager to manager multiple different times, multiple different interviews, and have them determine or make the decision to see if the skill sets and those experiences that you gain actually align and match up with the job. Number 6, we're counting down our difference between our faith resume and our human resume. So number six, one of the other major differences, here we go. Number 6, your faith resume has the potential to take you globally all around the world, okay? This is what you will be known for. When people say your name or remember you or think of you, they will have one word to say, and that will be whatever it is that talent and gift was. You will have a known name. People will recognize who you are because of that thing, that one thing that you were so good at. And if you have stuck with me thus far, kudos to you, because this is some life-changing information right here. And I dare you, I double dare you, triple dare you, quadruple dare you to actually make a list of your faith resume, all right? It's just as important as your human resume to make your faith resume. So now number 7, what I love the most actually, is that on number 7, your faith resume, you only have one authority that you actually answer to regarding your gifts and your talents. Just one. uno. As opposed to on your human resume, you may have multiple different authorities that you have to answer to, okay? So usually I would describe this as like corporate America, okay? So if you look at a corporation, you usually have a supervisor, you have a worker, then you have a supervisor, and then you have like a mid-level manager, then a VP, then a senior VP, and maybe you have a CEO, and there may even be like a board of directors that even tells the CEO what to do. Well, whatever decisions are made at that level normally trickles down and affects you somewhere, somehow in your daily operations. So number 7, you only have one authority that you answer to, all right? And that authority is actually pro you. They want you to be successful. They want you to utilize your talents and your gifts and to share it with as many people as possible, because that is how you're going to be compensated. That is your prosperity. That is how you're going to find your wealth, right in your pocket, right? Because that's really where a lot of people get a lot of compensation, is like in their pocket. That's where they sum it up and measure how much money they got in their pocket. So number 7 is, the difference here is one authority that wants you to be successful and is waiting on you to acknowledge all of your talents and your gifts so that they can provide you with the resources necessary for you to flourish and be the best you possible. And then on the opposite end, in your human resume, you have multiple different bosses, and they all have multiple different responsibilities, and their responsibilities is make sure that you stay in line with the parameters of your position and your job for that responsibility in itself. All right. Number 8. Oh my gosh, we're rocking and rolling. We're rolling and rocking and rolling and rocking. Hey, get you. All right, let me focus now. All right, so number 8, major difference. All right, pay attention. I hope you're writing this stuff down. Number 8, on your faith resume, it only takes one consultation to get you started working. Just one. Not multiple interviews, nothing like that. Just one good conversation, and you can begin working right then, right there. No dispute what's about it. There's no back and forth. There's no deliberation. It's just one conversation from the authority that gave you those talents and those gifts in the first place. As opposed to on your human resume, you have limitations. You can't even put your faith skills on your human resume. And what I mean by that is, say for example, when you speak, when you come into a room and you speak, the whole room just lights up. Like everyone that you encounter just begins to smile because you're in their presence. They just have a warm feeling that comes over them, and they're like, oh my goodness, this individual is like the best thing ever, right? That is a talent and a skill that you were born with, all right? No one taught you that. All right. But on your human resume, you can't let's start itemize that. Your potential employer don't want to hear that when you walk into a room, everyone is smiling because you showed up. They don't care about that. You're actually going to have to put like a conversion spin on that. You're going to say something like, works well with people, has great communication skills. You can do conflict resolution. You can actually defuse situations. See, that's what your employer wants to hear, all right? So that's a big, big difference. But you're going to really be honest with yourself on your faith resume and list and itemize the things that you're really, really good at. Number 9, you can't get fired. It's so big. I actually got to laugh about it. This is really, really important for you to understand this. You can't get fired. You just can't. You know why? Because the authority they gave you the gift in the first place is an advocate for you and wants you to use your gift, and they're waiting on you to use your gift, so you can't get fired. They are already waiting for you because the success is already set up. It's already waiting for you. It's just waiting for you to actually just walk into it and walk into your purpose and your passion. All right, so that's number 9. Now, on your human resume, however, as soon as you take that position, your relevancy clock begins to start ticking immediately. All right, that was my little Ebonics. Immediately, all right? Immediately. So what does that mean? As soon as you take that position, there is somebody else waiting on you to mess up because they want your position. You are replaceable, all right? You are expendable. based on that employer's value on the position. Nothing to do with you. It's the employer's value on the position. So say, for example, the skill set for that particular position becomes obsolete, and there's like an automation or some kind of like a system that can replace your tasks that you're doing for that job. Guess what that employer is going to do? They're going to say, you know what, you're so nice. I really liked you when you were here. However, we found a more efficient way to implement our SOP, our standards of operation here. And we thank you so much for your service. But at this time, we're going to have to let you go. Number 10. Number 10. So number 10, the difference between your faith resume and your human resume is on your faith resume, those gifts and those talents, you can promote up the ranks rapidly, like lightning speed. Like you don't need, is your promotion is not contingent upon you getting like another degree or expanding upon your worldly education, like the education, traditional education that you normally would have to have in order to list your value on your human resume. So on your faith resume, your promotion is already built in. Your success is already built in. Your talents is already built in. That skill set is already built in. No one can ever take it away because it's already built in. You can travel all around the world and have increase in your life, have maximum prosperity in your life, experience the abundance and the fruitfulness of your talents and your gift if you act on it and do exactly what you are called to do. And that is the biggest difference in number 10 between your faith resume and your human resume. So I challenge you. Like I said, I double dare you. I triple dare you. I quadruple dare you to complete your faith resume and watch. Just watch and see how wonderful and glorious and magnificent it is for you to identify exactly who you are and what your purpose is in life, and see how much prosperity is in your life. All right, this is the Jackie Jackson from The Jackie Jackson Show. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. All right.